today what we're doing is we are going to teach you what happens when you jump closely when a hermit crab's molting.
Closely to what? The tank?
Yeah, closely to the tank.
So today we wanted to talk a little bit about when a hermit crab is molting. We all know as they grow, they need to shed their exoskeleton. Just like us, we grow, but with them, they have to shed their exoskeleton in order to grow. So when they go to molt, they go down under the substrate.
Dig with their claws.
Yes, they make tunnels, and we need to be careful when we're cleaning or moving things around inside the tank when you have molting crabs, because we don't want to interrupt a cave or a tunnel that they're in, because it can be dangerous. So how do hermit crabs breathe? Hermit crabs have modified gills. So that means that they have to breathe just like us. They breathe air, not
so
like fish,
alive.
But they need a certain amount of humidity inside the tank. So when they go down to molt, they make these caves that they can safely stay inside so that they can breathe the oxygen inside. So what happens if they are molting inside this tunnel in this cave and the sand collapses on them? What would happen to them?
Well, they can probably not breathe.
They can suffocate, right?
Yeah.
Just like us, if we're underwater or under sand, we're not going to be able to breathe. Okay, so we wanted to show you how fragile a cave is.
Yeah.
So we mentioned that hermit crabs go down under the substrate, just like this. They go all the way down to molt.
And you do not want to jump around it or it will collapse. We're going to show you what happens when it collapses and it cannot breathe.
So,
ready, Mom?
So let's just say the kids are jumping in this room, or we move something around inside the tank. When a hermit crab is molting, we don't ever suggest
to jump around it,
to move anything around inside the tank, because it can collapse a cave that they're in. So like I mentioned, hermit crabs have modified gills. So then when they go down, they make these holes, these caves, so that they can hold in their oxygen during this time. So this crab, let's just say he is molting room and they jump. Look what happens if they're jumping around.
It like slowly.
So now the sand collapsed over this crab, and right now, over time, he will not be able to breathe. He will suffocate and he will pass.
Don't worry, this is not a real.
It's not a real hermit crab. Yes, we want to just let you know it's just a shell. So during molting, there are different stages of molting. There will be a time in their molt cycle that they become paralyzed. So even if, let's just say, you think, well, if it collapses on him, on the crab, they will come up, right? Yeah. Not in all situations. Depends on how far into the molt he is. There will come a time, like I mentioned, that they become paralyzed, so they couldn't even dig out if they wanted to. They have no way out. So we want to make sure that we're not moving things around in the tank, and the kids are not jumping around in the room wherever you have a molting crab. Okay, Jocelyn, so what did you learn from this video?
I learned when a hermit crab is molting, you should never jump around it, because then the cave will collapse and close, and then they cannot breathe and they will die.
Very good.
So what were you going to say?
You wanted to share a story.
Yeah, I wanted to share a story. When me and my brother Joseph were running around the house inside this room, my mom said, please do not run around this room because the hermit crabs are molting.
Right, so by running, the tanks shake and it can collapse a tunnel or a cave over the hermit crabs, right?
Or one of those things behind us will fall.
We have a lot of tanks in this room.
Yeah, because when you jump, it's just
so
that one of those things are gonna fall and crash a crab.
Okay, so that goes for us as well as the adults. If we're doing tank maintenance or anything like that, we shouldn't move anything around that is stuck inside the substrate. If you have pools, we always like to suggest doubling them up, or if you have big pools like gallon pools, you can create a egg crate or a platform to go under it, so whenever you're removing anything that you need to remove from the pools, they are not being disturbed. Hermit crabs love to molt underneath the pools just because it's a higher moisture in the substrate there. So we want to make sure that we cover all those little things and all those details, because molting is a very stressful and important part of their growing process. So we don't want to interrupt that at any point.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!
See you on the next one.